Four of the most expensive players in the game, four attackers, four big name premiums. You haven't seen many drafts with all four. Trust me, this is one to watch. Welcome back to another video. We are here seeing Dean's team. We are getting close to fully locked in. But in today's show, we're going to see Dean's team and we're going to talk about who is locked and who's not, Dean. But you are going heavy with the premiums.
Oh, mate, I'm going all out. Another late tinker. And I hope it's not a stinker. Let's get my team up here. There's still pieces to fall into place. At the moment, against all odds, really, Sells has ended up as my goalkeeper. I want a good start to game week 1, mate. And I'm like, keep seeing you talk about Forest assets and stuff, and I haven't got anyone. So Sells in goal, Brentford at home. At the moment, Brentford not looking like they're likely to get a great start to the season. I'm quite happy with that. So yeah, he's got potential to be in this team. The names that you're seeing right now are the ones that are not locked. So these are kind of the ones on the outskirts, and then we're going to reveal the actual locks that will be staying in my team. So that's what we
like that. So 3 defenders in are locked, and look, Sales, by the way, 5 clean sheets in pre-season. Forest, like that's really they just don't concede and they don't score many. Konzo we're unsure about, and I guess at 4.5 million you've got lots of options. But let's move on, because the defense isn't where the sexy chat is at. It's your attacking positions, guys. If you're enjoying the video, hit the like button, and also please subscribe to Chasing Green Arrows. We'd love to get those subs up as we get really close to the deadline now. So Dean, you've had Palmer in your team much pre-season.
None. He hasn't been in my thoughts, mate.
That's changed. You want that a cover for, well, the game's highest owned player now, Cole Palmer.
I got scared. What can I say? I kept thinking, I've got to make up for not having Palmer. So I'll get Pedro Neto. I'll maybe get João Pedro or Liam Delap, and I'll have 2 Chelsea assets, and then I make up for not having Palmer. And I'm like, what if Palmer's just scoring one-off goals out of nowhere and he's getting all the points, and everyone is the highest owned player in the game, and I've got this premium team set up. There's no Palmer.
Yeah.
So I had a tinker, and Palmer at the moment looks like he's going to be able to fit in around my locks. And Dewsbury Hall's got in there as a player that is going to be one of the best value new signings in the game. I actually really like, on paper anyway, what Everton have done in this pre-season. And I think that they'll get off to a strong start. Whatever happens, I think Dewsbury Hall's got good potential. And as somebody that allows me to make the rest of this happen, I'm okay with it. So we'll see in a minute how he lines up alongside the locks. Because in attack, it's a bit lock and key right now, mate. I'm totally in on my first choice 2 strikers. Who are going to be locked in this game. And then my bench will be fodder.
Yeah. Basically, because you're not bench boosting early, so why spend money on your bench?
And my tactic was going to be to bench boost game week 1. And slowly that's deteriorated, and my bench has got worse and worse, so that I could get a better first 11. So that's the skirting around the issue. Should we get to the locks? You want to see who the 7 are?
Yeah, let's see these 7 locks. Come on.
Yeah, unwrap the team. I can't believe I've actually got to the position where I've been able to do this, mate, but I've got the 4 big hitters. I've got Salah, Haaland, Gyökeres, Palmer. And yet I still don't feel the team's that bad around it. I don't feel like
it helps. Because you can forgo one of the attacking spots. Like you can have Mark Guiu at 4.5 and spend that on a, I like that. 4-4-2 could work this year with def confidence as well.
Yeah. So you've kind of made my mate, like Tarkowski hasn't really been in my plans, but I've heard you bang on about it for the last 2 weeks and seen the stats around Tarkowski. I'm expecting some big points for him at Leeds. If he's not there, then I'm knocking on your door. Van de Ven, they're playing Burnley. Burnley are going to be the worst team in the Premier League, right? I'd like to believe that this Tottenham defence can at least stay stable for that one. Dorgu is a slight risk, but he's cheap. And I don't think Man United are going to be that bad. But I don't mind having him in there as my Man United asset while we figure out how good they are. So he's going to be locked. Mo Salah's starting the season locked. Can't face not having him. Reinders just seems like the best second Man City pick right now. I think Marmoush is the place to go if you want goals that aren't Haaland, but I can't get to Marmoush.
It's a lot of money.
Reinders comes in at a really good price. He's the new Gundogan in this team, and I think he's going to be a really, really good signing. And I've managed to get in Haaland, the best striker in the world, alongside Gyökeres, the best Premier League signing of this summer. These are absolute beasts. Beasts. Like Haaland and Gyökeres are so similar in terms that they were born to score goals. They live through the determination that they're going to stick that ball in the onion bag, and that's that. That's all they want to do every single week. If there's a game that goes by and they haven't scored, they're angry men. And I want players like that in my FPL team G, and that's how I used to play this game.
Yeah. Before
I got bogged down in the stats and worrying about covering for players, I was like, but when I watch these games, who's going to score the goals and who's going to get me the points? And it's Salah, Palmer, Haaland, and Gyökeres. So I know a lot of people in this game look to make up for not having those players. But my opinion is, why can't I just have those players? What do you think I'm missing out by picking this team?
Florian Wirtz is you don't have the midfield price point of a Wirtz or a Bruno, right?
No.
You've gone really high, and then you've gone to a 5 and a 5.5. But I don't mind that. I don't think you need them. I don't think they're must-haves by any stretch. The player I really like, who's been a lock for me that you can't stretch to, is Watkins.
Yeah.
I prefer Watkins to Gyökeres early, and then I do think you use that fixture tip around game week 7 where Villa's fixtures decline a bit and Arsenal's get better, and then you jump on Gyökeres. But at the same time, I can see Gyökeres banging early and going up in price, and then you're priced out of that. So it's differential to do it. So it's not a huge compromise with this team. The bench is thin. Don't think you need a bench. You've not got 6 million defenders. I don't think you need 6 million defenders.
Is my defense good though? Is my defense good enough? That's
I would get rid of. I would go Petrovic down to Dubravka, and with 0.5, you can then boost one of your 4.5 defenders to a 5. So at 5 million, you can get Nico Williams. You can get Lacroix at Palace, who's unbelievable for DEFCON. I would. Sells you can play every game. I don't think you need to rotate Sells and Petrovic. Just play Sells every game.
That's true.
Yeah.
This is where I am. And I say they're my locks. I think that there might even be more locks in here. I just wasn't willing to commit today because I'm still counting down. I'm still watching the injury news. I'm still just racking my brain at night in terms of like, what am I actually missing here? And that's how Palmer's ended up in the team. I just don't want to miss out. And that FOMO has really hit me this week. I didn't have that until now. And suddenly I've ended up with 4 premium attackers, which I don't think should be possible. I don't think it should be possible for me to even be contemplating this, but I'm going for it.
It wasn't meant to be. You shouldn't be able to get Reinders at 5.5. The Premier League have priced him too low. Dewsbury Hall, they priced him as a Chelsea player that weren't going to get any minutes. They should have gone, no, if Dewsbury Hall's playing for a mediocre Premier League team as a number 10 or even as an 8, he shouldn't be 5 million. Like, clearly, they've made a few howlers there.
That could stretch to Mark Gahey. If, say, he was to join Liverpool, suddenly you've got another cheap asset that comes in here, no problem. So there's still some other things that will open up between now and deadline day that make this even more okay in my eyes.
Mate, the best thing about this team for me is your captaincy. You are going to be able to captain the best candidate every weekend because more often than not, it's going to be Salah and Palmer, and everyone's got Salah and Palmer. But what you have up your sleeve, when Haaland has the best fixture, I can't go to Haaland because I'm not going to own him. So when Haaland's playing Burnley in game week 6 at home, you can captain him. When Gyökeres has got Leeds at home, game week 2, and Salah and Haaland and Palmer have all got tricky fixtures, you can captain Gyökeres. Like, by going with the big hitters, the 4 big names, you have the best captain every week. So fair play. I like the team.
I'll also probably end up on some captaincy points by just picking the wrong one, but that's an argument for another day.
And it won't always
work out like this.
Variance exists. Guys, if you enjoyed the video, drop a comment, hit the like button, but most importantly, if you're going to do one thing today, support Chasing Green Arrows by clicking that subscribe button. We will see you very soon for a live show before the deadline, but not a deadline stream. We're going to go maybe 12 hours before the deadline or 7 hours before the deadline. Hit the notification bell. You'll know when we're live. We'll be locking in our teams. See you later.